Yo, welcome back to It Starts With You podcast. I'm your host, Moneybags Brit. Guys, I say it every time, but I'm so fucking happy to be here. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to be able to share, the things that have helped me, overcome my self-limiting beliefs and, depression, anxiety, and all those things. Because I know that sometimes, when you are going through things, it feels like you're alone, but you're not alone. And I'm so happy to be here to show you that and be a beacon of light for you to recognize your power and understand your self-mastery is your power. You know what I'm saying? And you deserve that. So guys, I'm not gonna do an oracle pull today. I just want to hop right into this episode because it's gonna be a little bit long. I got my cute little Puffco. Let me get that started to heat up. And yeah. Okay. let me just get grounded here because this episode is session 14, and I'm gonna title it, in my head right now, is what's love got to do with it? You know what I'm saying? And there is actually a lot that love has to do with it, and I'm here to share exactly what love does for the world and for others. So without further ado, session 14, let's fucking
If you
go.
can't take pressure, then you're not a diamond. I push through the struggle and level up out of my pain. Cause I got a fire inside me that cannot be tamed. Yeah. Jump in the vortex of fortune, I don't need the fame. Put that on source, need a legacy off of my name. Talking about pressure.
Alright guys, let's just jump right into this fucking episode. We got a lot to talk about. You already know I got my iPad with my bullet points, and there's a lot of them, so we're gonna get through them together. Okay, so grab your notepads, a pen, paper, and write this shit down, because at the end of the day, I'm here to gift you things that have helped me. So take from it what can help you. Take what resonates, and the things that don't really resonate, maybe they will in another time, or you've already grown through those things and you don't really need to take notes on it because you've already done the work on that type of shit. You feel me? Okay, so let's just start with the definition of love by book. So by dictionary description of love is, as a noun, an intense feeling of deep affection, a great interest and pleasure in something, and a person or thing that one loves, which is kind of weird that they use the word in the definition, but anyways. And then as a verb, love means to feel deep affection for someone or something, and then to like or enjoy very much. So that's the definition of love, okay? Really super, self-explanatory. I think a lot of people understand the definition, textbook of what love means, but to feel that within is a totally different story, right? So remember that love is relative, you know what I'm saying? And it's to each person, it's gonna look different. The action is gonna show up differently. Everybody has their own way of loving, and love is not something that's one way, or you either love or you don't, right? And when it comes to good versus evil, it's like that. But when it comes to love, it's how you use it. You know what I'm saying? Because some people who have negative intent, you know what I'm saying, they use love to manipulate. You know what I'm saying? And love isn't something that you use to manipulate. It's something that is here to reveal, I think, in my own personal opinion. So basically, you guys know what love bombing is, right? So basically, that's a way that some people will use love to manipulate. Let me give you a textbook of what love bombing is, so you can kind of understand, when it comes to other people, it's gonna it's gonna vary. You know, there's gonna be different levels to that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like love bombing basically is like a manipulative tactic used to overwhelm a person with excessive affection and attention at the start of a relationship. And it's often used to like gain control of that person. You know what I'm saying? So like that intense flattery and adoration, it's gonna feel exciting. You know, at first it's gonna feel exciting and flattering, and you're gonna feel really good at first about it, but it's typically like insincere, and you know, a sign of emotional abuse. So if you realize that someone is love bombing you, more than likely they intend to emotionally abuse you in order to have control of you, because some people will love bomb you because they don't want you to love others. You know what I'm saying? They want to hoard that for themselves, and like people use it to kind of like break you down in order for like them to have control. It's like they make you think like somebody, not that anybody can make you think any sort of way, but like in hindsight, it's like it's not a forever thing, you know. And like we sometimes can get caught up in that feeling, you know, that it brings, and that attention, you know. And it's like when you give that to yourself first, love bombing doesn't really work on you, because like some parts of me is like, when people like try to love bomb me, I'm just like, bro, I see what you're doing, but like it makes sense at the same time, like why you would love me off rip. So it's like one of those things that's like, but like I peep game, you know. I'm true to this, not new to this. So like really like real genuine love starts within, okay? And it's real truth within, the truth that you need to stop lying to yourself and be honest with yourself and be truthful with yourself. That is real pure love, because when you are truthful with yourself, even with the things that are maybe not so like let's celebrate that. Like there's gonna be things about you that you don't like, that you want to change, and that you don't necessarily love about yourself. And you know, to be truthful with yourself throughout your journey is gonna it's going to help you navigate things, and like how to move in certain ways, and what energy to give. Because like when you have truth within, then you can have truth with others. Okay, makes sense? So like that's real love. And like truth is not always something that you want to hear or that other person wants to hear, but truth is the truth. You know, like people get caught up in the opinions and feelings, and somehow they made that the fact of the matter. But really, when you're presented with facts, right, and textbook and things like that, and resources and evidence, you know, it's like how you feel about something no longer matters. And like that's kind of how it is with like the world, you know, like in politics. And it's nothing about feeling, you know, like in how people feel, like in their opinions, like that's not the fact of the matter ever. You know what I mean? So like it might be true for them, but that's where the truth within comes. You know, like this is making me feel this way, and that's the truth of that. But you know, the truth of how something makes me feel might not be the fact of the matter, right? So like real love is gonna feel light, okay? It's gonna feel like freeing, and like when you feel that within, like a shift. Because then you notice that within, you're like, oh shit, like I really do love myself. Like there was a point in time in my own life, you know what I'm saying, like that I self-harmed. I was depressed constantly. I was super anxious. I really didn't see myself in a positive light. And once I found that truth, right, and like responded to the things that were making me feel that way, I began feeling lighter. And it's kind of like a drop set when you're at the gym. You know, you're squatting or deadlifting or whatever the fuck it is you're doing, right? And you do that drop set, and it just gradually feels like a weight is being lifted, right? It feels like someone is taking your shoulders and relaxing you. You know, it's relaxing your shoulders, it's relaxing your jaw, and it's really just energy. You don't feel so tense, you don't feel so like you know what I don't know how else to explain it. You know, I'm trying to be clear in how I speak, but like, yeah, like real love, like you're gonna feel lighter, it's gonna be freeing, and you're not gonna feel trapped or burdened or anything like that, you know. And it comes with a lot of unconditionality, and I know like relationships are not unconditional despite what people may say, but how you feel and the unconditionality of things, people, places, whatever, like it's equal giving and understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like understand that like not everybody's 100 all the time, and like because you're not 100 all the time, you know what I'm saying? So like have some grace, you know, and give others grace, you know, and be unconditional in that. And like not saying that you have to stand for shit and keep people in your life unconditionally even if they're making you feel some type of way. Like no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is it's not it's just a mutual understanding that everybody goes through shit, you know. And to have grace with yourself and then to give that to others, it's really, you know, it's powerful because it makes you feel like you can sit with yourself, you know, like, and actually be like, okay, like despite what I'm seeing outside of me and how fast others are moving and shit like that, like really it's about me and how I feel within, and it's always gonna be that, you know what I'm saying? So like real love is in action, okay? Like real love is through action. Like if you truly love yourself, right? And here's the thing, everybody loves, but not everybody is obligated to love you. You know what I'm saying? So like real love is action, and when others show you that they love you, like let them know, like, hey, I see you, I love you back, thank you so much for being who you are, everything. Like even like the doing for others, like I feel like that's just what a relationship is, like any sort of friendship or any sort of partnership or anything in business and family and in life, you know. It's action, you know. Like it's not, you know, it's a choice. It's a choice that we make consistently on a constant basis, and you're gonna be able to tell, especially when you're on the self-mastery journey and you're learning to love yourself, like truly love yourself. You're gonna realize like, yo, like, yeah, I gotta put in that work every fucking day because that's really what love is. Love is that. It's action, you know, and it's a choice. And not every person is your person. You know, not everybody gonna be your people. You feel me? So, and that's okay. Like you don't want everybody to be your people, because look, not everybody for everybody. So like, it's a choice to love, and like you can give love and move with love in your heart, but it's an action at the end of the day. So like you can pick and choose where that energy goes. You know, when it comes to you, it should always go into you first, and then when that cup is overflowing, then you know, compartmentalize where your love goes, because like it's not limited, you know, your love, but like it definitely matters where you give it, because like if you're giving love and like it's like you liking someone more than they like you as a woman, like that is the hardest thing, because like we as women generally like love to love and nurture and give, right? And like men too, men are generous and men nurture and men give, but like as a woman, you know, I can only speak. And so when I like someone more than they like me, I can tell when I'm taking more action, and then you don't feel that energy is reciprocated, and then it starts to make you feel some type of way, right? Like, come on. And especially when it comes to like intimate partners, people that you are, you know, connected with in other ways, you know, like when you like them more than like you, like that shit not gonna feel good. It's not. And as much as you try to tell yourself, oh, it's fine, I can do that. No, don't lie to yourself. I've lied to myself before. And that's when I didn't love myself. And then I started loving myself, and I started being honest. And I was like, yeah, get it together. So I did. And, you know, honestly, like real love can respectfully disagree. Like, that's real love. And like, you don't have to align with others, you know, and things, and not have any feeling toward that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like when someone, or you follow someone off social media, and it's not because like anything other than like, I just don't care to see your content, and it's no animosity, you know, there's no malice in my heart towards you. There's just, I really don't give a fuck, and that's okay. Like, you don't have to give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can love and respectfully disagree with people and not align with people, places, things. Okay? So it's up to you to choose, right? It's up to you to choose what, who, and how you love. Because if you're the love bomber, get the fuck up out of here. We don't like that shit. Nobody likes that shit because it doesn't feel good. And if someone did that to you, how would it make you feel? Exactly. So don't do unto others what you wouldn't want done unto you. So that's why you gotta move with love and find that love within. Because like, why are you even wasting time on somebody you don't really fuck with like that, and you just want to control? Like, I don't get why motherfuckers do that, but they do, you know. And love within is not easy, okay? This journey of love within, you're gonna be like, what the fuck did you get me into, Britt? And I'll be like, shit, I put myself through it. If they do it, I'm gonna do it. No, not that. But yeah, love is not easy, especially when you're facing, you know, those self-limiting beliefs and the negative self-talk that you're having, and the depression and anxiety and the fear and all those things. Like, it's not fucking easy to love yourself. Actually, it's easier to hate yourself, even though it takes the same amount of energy to love and hate. Anyways, I digress. So yeah, like when you are in those episodes, I would call it, because there's moments when we're happy, and then there's moments when we don't feel our best, you know, and there's ebbs and flows in how we feel, and like, that's okay. Like, it's okay to feel, because like, that's the humane part of you, and that's the meaning of life, you know. And in order to feel and energetically be receptive of the things that you desire, you know, when you're facing those lower, you know, vibrational thoughts, and it's not easy to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, hey, regardless of what's going on, I love you. It's not easy, but you'll get there, and you'll get there through consistent action. You know what I'm saying? Like, at first, you're probably going to be faking it with yourself, and that's okay. Don't fake it with others, but be honest about how you feel about yourself, and then be honest about what you can do differently, and then take action in love, knowing that I'm doing this to better me, my mind, and elevate others. Because at the end of the day, we all rise, right? We rise together. So, yeah. If you're like, okay, Brittany, yeah, but I don't fucking know how to do that. Well, this is what I did. I literally, anytime I felt depressed, I would write a list of things that I did that I was younger that really made me feel good. Whether it was like any sort of hobby, you know, like get some hobbies, okay, and start surrounding yourself with like community that makes you feel good. Because like when you're, okay, let's just say you like to paint. So you start taking art classes, or you go to a paint and sip, or whatever the fuck, you get some fucking paint and canvases at the craft store, and you go home, you put on some tunes, and you fucking paint, or draw, or whatever the fuck it is. Just do it. You know, write it down and get in a community setting, you know, and surround yourself with other people who are also doing that, because that's going to make you realize like you're not alone, like you're not fucking alone. So like, get out there, try new things, surround yourself in community with people who make you feel good, and you'll know if it's for you or not by the way you feel afterwards, right? And it only takes one time, okay? It takes once. And when you go and you do that thing, it should leave you feeling energized, excited, happy, uplifted. If it leaves you feeling drained, tense, anxious, those aren't your people, or it's not your thing, okay? So try something else. That's why you make the list, because there's a bunch of different things, you feel me? And so, yeah. you're going to feel fulfilled, and that's what you want to feel, you know, when you start doing the things and having hobbies that make you feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to feel good, because like when you feel good, everything else comes with it. You know what I'm saying? So like, you also maybe want to try forgiving yourself. Forgive yourself. For me, okay, this is what I did. I forgave myself of the thoughts that I thought that deemed me as unlovable or unable to love. You know what I'm saying? Like, I forgave myself for that, because like, when you really, truly, truly, truly are trying to love yourself, and like really, really unconditionally love yourself, because like, we do shit sometimes and we're like, why the fuck? We just do shit. You know, sometimes we do shit, and those are the lessons those are the L's we gotta take in life in order to elevate, you feel me? So like, evil forces exist, and it's your response, okay? And either you sit in it or you change. Because you can drastically change your state. Literally get up and go for a fucking run. Get up and start doing some jumping jacks. Get your ass up. But don't sit and wallow in sorrow and depression and anxiety and low vibrational things. Because like, literally, I had to drag myself. I would longboard, because that also fulfilled my childlike energy. Was one of those things on my list that made me feel good. So I would just go out and longboard, fucking get a Slurpee. Like, that's when I was like, not woke to like, well, I was woke to like ingredients, but I didn't give a fuck. But, you know, like, just little things, like go grab you a little coffee, you feel me? Like, walk, get outside and walk. If you have a animal, a dog specifically, maybe your cat likes to walk outside too. I don't know. Maybe you have horses. Dope. Go for a ride. You know, maybe you live near a lake. Go for a swim. I don't fucking know. Do something though. Get your ass up and start moving. Don't be a lazy bitch. Because only bitches sit in that shit. And if you sit in that shit day after day after day, it's going to be even fucking harder to get out of it. Trust me, I fucking know. So get your ass up and get moving, okay? Love is pure in the soul, okay? That is a pure soul. It's true love within that will purify your soul, okay? And it's really a movement of peace, okay? And a movement of peace with no intentional harm to others or self, you know, and like consciously making that decision. And yeah, sometimes we hurt people without intending to hurt people, because we cannot tell others how they should feel about something that we maybe do or don't do, okay? And that's okay. Don't take what others do or don't do personal either, okay? Because like, love is pure, and sometimes we hurt people unintentionally, and it's not our fault. You know, and that's okay, you know, and like, realize that about other people too. Like, it's not a personal thing. Like, they just are them, and you are you, and everybody has their own process in this self-mastery journey, in coming and being in tune with the divine power within, okay? So don't take that shit personal, all right? Realize who you are, type shit. Okay, respect the perspective that everybody has of who they are too. Okay, like, if you know you that girl, like, you can't be a hater. You can't be looking at somebody else like, why do they think they're that girl? Because they said they that girl, okay, or that boy, or whatever the fuck. They that. So respect that, and hype other people up. You know, like, realize who you are, and stand in your power and shine fucking bright, and don't let nobody else into your circle who is there to dim your light, okay? You know, and a life lived in love is pure magic. I'm just telling you right now, when I didn't love myself, look, energy is energy, and the universe is going to respond to how you feel, because everything is energy, okay? And a life lived in love is pure magic, and it's true. It's like a true gift from God, and God is energy, remember. You know, I think that love is a soul experiencing peace, because when you have love within, you're able to overflow that into others. So like, you create an environment of just peace and tranquility, and that's really what love is all about, is safety, okay? Within, and knowing thyself, okay? And just smiling and feeling really good at the end of the day about who you are and what you did that day, okay? So Guys, what's love got to do with it? Well, shit. Everything and nothing. Type shit. But yeah, guys, session 14. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to like it, comment, subscribe if you're new here. Hey, welcome to It Starts With You podcast if you're new. I'm gonna take this dab, but yeah, hype up the video. Thank you for being here, because like me getting in front of a camera and talking, it takes a lot. I'm a writer. I don't really like to do this shit, but I know a lot of people have asked me, and I want to be of service to whomever is guided to come here and receive what I have to say, because like you matter and you deserve to know that, and I believe in you. And if nobody told you today, I love you. Okay, so yeah, session 14, that's a wrap.
Jump in the vortex of fortune, I don't need the fame. Put that on source, need a legacy off of my name. Talking about pressure. Lately been feeling that pressure. I cannot crack under pressure.